This is going to show you how to submit your own increase and how to submit your own secondary claim using va.gov. Let's go ahead and go on to va.gov. So up here, I'm going to click va.gov. I'm going to sign in and speed this up, and I'm also going to block any personal information that I don't feel like sharing. Now that we're finally here, in the top right, you'll see the search bar. Let's go ahead and type file a claim for compensation. Now there are many ways to get here. I like using the search bar because the VA changes the layout of the website kind of all the time. But you'll see how to file a disability claim. Click that. And in the left side, you'll find file a claim online. Go ahead and click this. And here we go. Is this the form you need? It's going to start with some very general basic questions. Are you on active duty now? I'm going to click no. You answer these as they pertain to you. Are you filing a new claim or a claim you're disagreeing with? This is going to be a new claim, and you can see it says for a claim for a new condition or for a condition that has gotten worse. In this case, we're going to do both because we're doing both an increase and a secondary. And you'll see this link here. It says file a disability claim online. Click that, and we are hot and running. Once you do this, it's going to create your intent to file. I already have an intent to file because of the last video I did on submitting your claim. This is showing you personal information. It's your name, your birthday, and your gender. Go ahead and click continue. Here's some more personal information for contact. Make sure that's correct. Go ahead and click continue. And your military service history, if you have any active duty time or reserve time, this is also going to be here. For here, this part is weird. Make sure your reserve time is correct, and the VA requires you to put something in here. I'm going to put the command that I was in when I was leaving my reserve time. I did 2 years of reserves. I didn't do anything. It was during COVID. But here we go, the Marine Corps Information Operations Center. And am I currently on federal orders? No, I am not, but go ahead and answer that as required. Now, here is where you're going to decide if you're doing a secondary or an increase. For us, we're going to be doing both. The secondary claim is going to be a new condition, so check that box. If you're also submitting just an initial claim that's not secondary, this would fall under this category. And we're also doing an increase, so go ahead and check this box. You can see it says that have gotten worse. You can absolutely do both at the same time. You can do one or the other. For this video, we're going to choose both. Click continue. It'll say on the next few screens, you got to do all this stuff. And it's going to start with an increase. As you can see here, it says below are your disabilities. Please choose the disability you're filing for because it's gotten worse. Let's just hypothetically say my radiculopathy in my left lower extremity has gotten worse. If that's the case, go ahead and click continue. And here we go. Now we have the new condition. Let's just hypothetically say I wanted to claim my bladder condition secondary to my lower back. All I would do is type out my condition here, bladder condition. It can be the actual diagnosis, like frequent urination, whatever that looks like. You can put whatever you want to in the box. I'm going to be bland here and say bladder condition. So click save. There we go. That's it. This is my secondary condition. Click continue. Now it's asking you some follow-up questions. So go ahead and click continue. And looking at your bladder condition, and here is where you determine that this condition is secondary. You can read the options. So the first option is my disability was caused by an injury or exposure during military service. This is if your bladder condition was direct to service, which in our case, it's not. We're saying it's secondary to my lower back pain. And so we read the second option. My disability was caused by another service-connected disability I already have. And here we go. This is the option for secondary claims. And so for secondaries, you want to make sure you choose this second option. Once you choose the second option, it's going to give you more options to choose from. Go ahead and click this box and click which disability you have that caused the bladder condition. For me, it's going to be lumbar sacral strain. And in this box, you don't have to sound like a doctor. There's no fancy magical VSO words that a VSO would use. Just speak plain language here. You only have 400 characters, so you can't say that much. You can simply say, I have a current diagnosis for, if I can spell right, for a bladder condition on this month/year. My primary care physician, let's just hypothetically say, has stated that my bladder condition is secondary and a result of my lumbar strain. Something as simple as that. Go ahead and click continue, and it's going to ask you a ton of questions. Were you a prisoner of war? Personally, I was not, so I'm going to say no. Additional disability benefits, it's talking about adapting your home, all this stuff. This does not apply to me. If it does, go ahead and click yes. I'm going to say no if you want to learn more about these benefits. And here we go, a summary of disabilities. And so remember, we're doing the increase for radiculopathy. That claim is done. And we're doing the secondary bladder condition to lumbar strain. Click continue. Now, instead of the next few screens, we're looking at finding evidence. Click continue. And here you have VA medical records, private healthcare records, and lay statements. Go ahead and check out my quick submit video on how to upload evidence, but you can absolutely upload evidence during your claim here. If it's VA medical records, private medical records, or statements, go ahead and check those boxes. For this video, I'm going to leave those blank. The next step is the VA saying, hey, you're going to be receiving a call from one of these companies. Now, it still says LHI here. They've changed their names and incorporated or something like that to OptumServe. This is your payment information. Definitely verify if this is correct. Go ahead and click continue if it is. And it's going to ask you some more questions. Are you at risk of being homeless? For me, that's a no. If it is for you, go ahead and choose one of these options, and you'll see it's going to give you more options to explain that situation. I'm going to click no and click continue. Are you terminally ill? No, I'm not. Continue. Are you currently a VA employer? No, I'm not. Click continue. And it's going to say, have you uploaded all your supporting documents? If you have, click yes. If not, and you're going to use quick submit, then still click yes. If you click no, it's going to tell you to upload your evidence. So in this case, we're going to say yes, because we're going to use quick submit to submit our evidence. And now you can review your claim. Click this little box down here. And once you're ready, submit that application, and that's it. Submitting increases, submitting claims, whether that's initial or secondary, is extremely easy to do on va.gov.